Hi Ranveer. It's obvious we have to do a convo.
But obvio.
But obvious. Ranveer, Karan said in an interview that the Kathak performance of yours could
I
have...
read everything that you wrote on social media, Ankita. Thank you so much. It really touched my heart. Means a lot to me. Thank you.
It means a lot to me that how much happy I was. Thrice in a row I have done the film, so yeah. Wow. I think once more I have to go and see. But Karan sir said in an interview that the Kathak performance you performed in the film could have gone down south, how people would have perceived it or not. Were you scared to step on the stage at that particular moment, perform? And what if? Were you like triggered by that part that there could have been a what if to it?
Well, in the initial days of rehearsal, I was a bit anxious because I've got a lot of muscle mass, babes. You know, my shoulders, chest, bicep, tricep, very big, very tight. A lot of muscle mass and density. So it was very difficult in the initial days. One had to uncondition one's body for the grace of Kathak to kind of come in. I was getting reports that Tota sir is killing it in Kolkata. He's on it for hours a day, putting in the sweat, putting in the work. And yeah, he was doing it in Kolkata, I was doing it in Bombay, and I knew at the back of my mind that we were safe and secure because we were being choreographed by Vaibhavi ma'am, and she is an absolute stickler for absolute excellence. तो वो छोड़ती नहीं जब तक उनको जो चाहे वो मिले नहीं. So all credit to her, to the choreography team who really put us through the paces till the very last hour. And I'm so thrilled with the reaction to that moment. I've been in the cinema halls personally to witness that, and it is the most euphoric, most fulfilling and joyous feeling to see the audience's reaction to that.
Alia, Samina here from Times of India. So my question is to you. Journalist play करना कैसे था? Because KRA goals सब भूल चुके थे आपको देखते वक्त. Literally, I was wondering. I hope ऐसे career होता. Second question is, आपकी शादी के आसपास ही you were wearing that bridal gown and all, you know, after that maybe. So how was that experience, and what's Ranbir Kapoor's reaction to this?
To the journalist thing, honestly, my first day of shoot was my introduction in the film. और जहाँ पे मेरा scene होता है minister जी के साथ, और जो मैं अपनी बहुत ही passion के साथ बात कर रही थी उनके साथ, and I genuinely felt very comfortable doing that scene just because of how much I connected. And there is one more scene जो फिल्म में नहीं है, जहाँ पे मैं actually reporting कर रही थी, उसमें भी मेरे को बहुत मजा आया. I don't know whether I'll make a good journalist in life, but I definitely enjoyed that a lot. काफी लोग मुझे कह रहे हैं कोई journalist ऐसे sarees नहीं पहनती है, but हाँ, they're very simple sarees, but this is Karan Johar's version of that. To answer your question about Kudmai जो आपने अभी गाना देखा, yeah, actually it was in the same week. 4 days later जो मेरी शादी real life में हुई और फिर real life में हुई, बहुत ही अलग थी दोनों. My home wedding was in my simple, very light sari, बहुत ही easy था. मतलब मैं, you know, I was roaming around very freely. Here there was this heavy lehenga, सर पे मेरा एक heavy दुपट्टा. I was definitely very grateful कि मेरा जो है शादी था बहुत ही simple था, घर पे था, because I would not have been able to do those things twice. And one interesting thing I'll tell you is जब हम फेरे ले रहे थे, रॉकी और रानी फेरे ले रहे थे, तो ऐसे उन्होंने कुछ कहा कि नहीं नहीं फिर लड़का आगे जाता है, ऐसे नहीं लड़की फिर आगे जाती है. नहीं नहीं ऐसा मैं अभी करके आई हूँ यार, मेरे को पता है लड़की आगे जाती है. So that was one funny moment. And actually that moment, if you see in the song, जब रणवीर नीचे जाता है and he puts his head ahead like that and you know, lets me put the Varmala on top of him. वो actually मेरे साथ हुआ था. जो पहले रणबीर को उठा दिया था और मुझे कोई उठा नहीं रहा था. मैं देख रही थी कोई उठाओ यार मुझे. Then he only went on his knees and he went down and I put the Varmala. So that was, तो काफी close हो गया सब कुछ.
बिल्कुल. रणबीर.
He loved the film. He was very into. He sat Ranbir on my left and my mother on my right and my father right next to my mother, and the four of them were just responding and reacting, and just the way Ranbir said, to really see a film from your loved one's perspective. And Ranbir is very technical. He doesn't say too much. He says very little. And he just very simply said, it really worked for me. It touched the heart. He was laughing. And he said, this film will be a big hit.
Alia, Justin here from Indian Express towards your right at the back. Here near the camera. Recently Vaibhavi Merchant in an interview revealed that to prep for Tum Kya Mile, you visited Shah Rukh Khan for a day. I mean, you had a meeting with him. What exactly transpired and how much did that help in making the song?
Actually, I was not going to reveal this. It was my little secret. But I was very nervous. I don't know whether it was going back to shoot after a couple of months. First time doing a full, proper lip sync song after, I think, Ishq Wala Love. Yeah, that kind of, that there was an inherent sort of nervousness in me, which I felt that I can do something more to do better. So I was discussing with Karan, and Karan said, why don't you call Shah Rukh up? Maybe he'll give you some tips. So I called him up to talk on the phone. I just want to understand from you because nobody lip syncs like you. And he said, tu ghar aaja. Suhana also was wanting to learn this. तो दोनों को साथ में हम tuition करेंगे, class करेंगे. तो तू गाना लेके आजा. And we went and I was there for like about 2-3 hours and Suhana और मैं पूरा एक गाना गा रहे थे. There's a whole lip sync portion which Shreya has sung beautifully. जो हम अभी release करने वाले हैं, the extended version of तुम क्या मिले.
हो गया release.
No, the video.
Oh, the video, हाँ.
The video हम release करने वाले the extended version. तो वो बहुत fast जा रहा था. तो मैं बहुत hyper हो रही थी वो fast को लेकर. But the way he broke it down, he made me download some app and he said ये बार करो. He also had learned the song by the end of it. It just shows how generous and such a large-hearted man and so wonderful and just always willing to help and be there for you. And whether it helped for this film or not, I know that experience will be irreplaceable in my life.
करण जी हाय आपने अभी रणवीर सिंह की एनर्जी के बारे में बताया एंड आपने बताया कि वो बहुत ही एनर्जेटिक हैं पहली बार आप उनके साथ में काम कर रहे हैं तो क्या हम ऐसा माने कि धर्मा को एक नया सुपरस्टार मिल गया है
धर्मा को क्यों इंडस्ट्री को सुपरस्टार बहुत पहले मिल गया था पहले रणवीर सिंह यशराज का हीरो है और हमेशा रहेगा और वो यशराज को पहले मिल गया था ये धर्मा की खुशकिस्मती है कि रणवीर सिंह हमारे यहाँ भी आके उन्होंने बहुत बेहतरीन काम किया है और हम यही चाहते हैं हमारी कंपनी में आलिया और मेरी कंपनी में एज इन ये कि हम कि बार लगातार रणबीर हमारे साथ अगर काम करें तो मैं बस कहूंगा कि ज़े नसीब
एक्चुअली मैं करेक्ट करूंगी हम बस चाहते हैं कि रणवीर सिंह हमेशा हर हफ्ते काम करते रहे क्योंकि हर हफ्ते उनकी पिक्चर लगी और हर हफ्ते मैं टिकट खरीद के जाऊंगी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस टैलेंटेड बॉय प्राउड ऑफ यू बेटा प्राउड ऑफ यू
अच्छा मेरी बिल्ली मुझे मियाओ आप भी जानते हैं आप भी गाइए And sir, that is true testament to the legacy of Dharma, and I'm only too proud to be a small part of it.
Do you know, for the first time in the history of Dharma, our logo is only 5 seconds because of length. So it goes, and that's it. If you notice, there is, yes, it's not because I was so paranoid about the length of the film that I was like, sub logos, काट दो. So they said, no, काट नहीं सकते. मेरा title भी निकाल दो. So in every other film you hear the whole chorus. In mine is cut. It is literally that much. So I'm so sorry that we had to do this for our film. But I felt if I am the only person who can do it and not upset anybody, because everybody else would want the whole chorus. But I said, but if I cut it, nobody will feel bad.
Tota?
शुक्र है लोगों काटा सर लोगों को नहीं काटा. Thank you very much.
हाँ? सीक्वल की तैयारी अभी वो राज को राज ही रहने देते हैं.
Tota?
Yes.
Okay, great. Tota sir, as everybody calls you, how difficult is it for a man like you to become slightly effeminate?
Not really if my director is Mr. Karan Johar. Because for me, acting is actually trying to fulfill my director's vision in the best way possible. Okay. And when I work under somebody as sensitive as Karan sir, I know that I just have to listen to what he says and try to understand his vision. So whether that character becomes effeminate or slightly, or I get in touch with my feminine side, is not a matter if it's been presented by Mr. Karan Johar.
So was that difficult?
Not really. Honestly, ma'am, I didn't think about the process at all because it was a blind dive. It was a jump of trust. I trusted him and I submitted blindly to his vision.
Okay, thank you.